today it's all about EFT. So if you've heard of EFT, you may have heard of it as either EFT or tapping. Now, EFT stands for an acronyms. What the heck does it stand for? Emotional Freedom Technique. And I'm going to tell you in a little bit why that is so important and why it is so accurate. But most people also know it as tapping because you tap on your acupressure points. And that's what we're going to do today. In fact, I'm going to make a statement right here before we move to the next section, which is the tapping section. You're going to need your hands. So if you can put your phones, if you have phones, if you can put it in a way so that it can stand up, that you don't need to use your hands, because we are going to use our hands to tap on our bodies. So that will be very helpful for you to get, again, the most out of it. All right, so where did this even come from? So it is kooky. I totally get it. Tapping on your face and your body does not feel like it should make any difference when it comes to, well, pretty much anything. But I promise you, it is very effective. And it was created by a therapist back in the 1970s because he was noticing that people were stuck with the same limiting beliefs. They kept coming to him year in and year out, and nothing was changing. So what he actually did was he took Western psychology principles, which is what you're going to notice some portions of when we tap, and he married it with Eastern acupuncture. And it was amazing what that ended up doing. And I'll explain a little bit as to why that ended up being such a winning combination. So anyway, the purpose of this was just to say it wasn't just created by some person in the back of their garage or something. It actually has a lot of significance behind it. So what's the purpose of EFT? Very simple. To help you accomplish your goals. It doesn't matter what your goals are. Today, we're going to focus on career success, right? And professional success. But anything that you feel stuck on, it could be your health, it could be relationships, things that you think, well, that has nothing to do with mindset. Trust me when I say the number one thing that people come to me with is, I feel stuck in fill in the blank. And EFT is a really excellent tool to help you get unstuck. So how do we do it? Okay, there are two ways to do it. Number one, you got to uncover blocks to success, right? You cannot change if you don't know what to change. And unfortunately, more and more people, they try to do all kinds of different things. You know, this doesn't work, and they go here, and then that doesn't work, and they go there. But they aren't really working either with the right tool, or they're not working on the right process that needs to be changed within them. So we got to figure out what's the block. And then, of course, you have to know how to release the block, right? Just uncovering the block is not going to be good enough. So how do we release it? And this is, again, where EFT shines. This is why it's so instrumental when it comes to releasing blocks. It doesn't just work on your limiting beliefs, right? Most often people just think, okay, let me change my belief. But there's a bunch of other things that come with those beliefs. There's beliefs, but there's also emotions. Right? When people say, I'm feeling stuck, it's an emotional stuckness that they're feeling. So you got to release those emotions as well. That's where emotional freedom technique comes from. And then the last part that most people don't think about is, what's your physical stress response when you are stuck, right? We feel it in our jaws, we feel it in our belly, we feel it in a whole bunch of places. All of those three together need to be released in order to switch that belief around. And that's, again, why tapping has been so successful. And then comes the third part. Now, this is the part that I've added on. This is not part of EFT. But once you release your blocks, then you really need to understand, okay, now that I have a different mindset, how do I start manifesting what it is that I'm looking to create, right? So that's the last part that we're not focusing on today. We're going to focus on 1 and 2 today. All right. Any questions so far? Are you guys ready to tap? Because that's what we're going to be doing next. All right. So I am going, as I get into the tapping, I'm going to ask you to really contribute over here, because part of the tapping is you responding back to me, right? So let's go in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start asking you certain questions related to a particular belief that we will uncover. I'm going to ask you to rate rate certain things from 0 to 10. What's that emotion from 0 to 10? I feel, frustrated, I feel doubtful, I feel fearful. It's really important, guys, that you write down the rating, because it is going to change and you're not going to remember it, because we're going to go through that often enough, right? So make sure that you're writing down those emotions. I'm also going to ask you, hey, where are you feeling it in your body? Do you have any tension? Do you have any tightness, butterflies in your stomach? So as I ask you these questions, it's going to be a little bit hard to just keep putting in the chat. It's just going to take you a lot longer. So I really encourage you to go ahead and unmute. So when I ask a question, okay, so what are we going to do next? Where are we going to head? What's that next belief that comes up? Please unmute yourself, because guess what? You're going to get some benefit out of it. And then finally, after a few rounds of tapping, we stop and we're going to kind of do a little bit of feedback. Okay, so what did you feel? Did the physical sensation go up? Did it go down? Has it moved? Right? So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. I forgot to ask, just kind of raise your hands, whether Zoom hands or real hands. How many people have done tapping before? Anybody's done tapping before? I'm just trying to see. So M. Woods has raised her. That's great. So one person. Anybody else? Anybody's heard of tapping, even if you've never done it? Okay. So for most of you, what I'm understanding is this is going to be new, right? And we all love doing new things that feel uncomfortable, right? So it's going to take you a little bit out of your comfort zone as we're tapping on ourselves. All right. So I'm going to keep the slide up, and you can look at me and the slide for a little bit of the time, and then we're going to close down the slide and you can just see me. So Kadafi, if you can, I'm already spotlight lit, so that's perfect. So once we have the slide up, down, you will be able to just see me, only me. But I want you to see where the tapping points are, and I want all of us to tap together. So let's start at the karate chop point. So the karate chop point is just basically the side of your hand. So everybody start tapping at the side of your hand. Follow along with me. Yep, it doesn't matter which hand. You're going to see me go from left to right. It doesn't matter. Just gets tiring after a while. So that's the first point that we're going to tap at. So we're doing the tapping point demonstration. The next point we're going to do is the inner eye point. So if you go to number 2 on the slide, I'm going to turn my head just so you can see. It's where your eyebrow and your nose meet. And I want you to do it with both hands. So eyebrow and nose. There you go. So we tap on with both hands because we're activating both halves of our brain hemisphere. Okay. Then we go to number 3, which is the side of your eye. It's basically where your eyebrow ends. So tap over there. Perfect. Then we're going to go to under the eye, which is 4. Directly under the eye. Now we use one hand under the nose. And then the cleft point between the chin and your nose, lip rather. Perfect. And then the last one we're going to do, we're going to go back to 2 hands, just move down just a little bit, find your collarbone, and then tap an inch below that.